Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Okay, right here. I'm sorry. I'm coming in late. I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be here online, well, live stream at 8 o'clock, and I have some kind of as normal. I have to. Do a little bit of tweaking. I haven't been. Hi guys. I haven't been in doing the vlogs or even live for a long time. Let me say hello everyone. I'm just gonna do this. You guys can chat. Hey Nanyes, Juva, Juvalin Mark. I think that's what it is. So anyway, hello everyone. I know. Hey. Thank you for showing for coming. Actually, I have some few things that I write down. I know it's been a while that I have done a vlogs for some reason, and I have posted also, guys, to you guys that family matters. I know that we are into almost 2 years of this pandemic. And before, I've mentioned to you also, guys. Hi, Geraldine. Hi. Uh, Thank you for coming and good day to everyone. So anyhow, it's been going on to two years on our pandemic, but yet, just when you think that we are almost over, and then things would really kind of change a lot. Say Joel, hello po. So thank you for coming, everyone. So um, the reason I have not had vlogs for quite some time, or not even though I wasn't gonna do my vlogs or start the vlogs until next month, because we're dealing with some few things. I post also on my community post about our family dealing with COVID. So anyhow, I decided to go ahead do live tonight. This is like 8:15 US standard time on a Friday night. So anyway, the reason I decided to do a live streaming, so just kind of update you guys with my family and how we've been dealing with COVID since actually started beginning of this year, like about 4 or 5 months ago. Maybe I should start it this way. 4 or 5 months, about 5 months ago. Um, we have my family, actually three of my three sisters. Yeah, actually three sisters and their family have had COVID. And so, like I said, we've been going on to 2 years for this pandemic, but yet, and then we know how really bad the virus is and everything. But until it hits on your family, you cannot really you try hard to understand how, it's difficult and how hard it is to deal with the virus. But until it hits in your family, you cannot really fathom how really bad it is. So like I said, we're starting with like 5 months ago. Three of my sisters and their family have had COVID, and then they have the virus, of course. But anyway, shout out to you guys also. Hi Jezabel, hi, thank you for coming. So anyway, our family have been dealing with that for like I said, 5 months ago. And then all of them has finally, they recovered. It was bad, but it wasn't as bad. So you kind of tend to think that, okay, it's not bad. So this time around, my family got hit with COVID again. And that's like, I just have some few topics here I need to kind of address. Um, I know that I know, we know, all of us know. I'm not the only vlogger probably that has had affected by the virus. I'm sure there's quite a few. Hi, Led. Good morning to you, Led Calderon from Cavite City. So, anyhow, all of us have been somehow, we know of someone probably that has had the virus, or a family that has COVID, or things like that. And it's sometimes it's kind of hard to really talk about it because we just don't know when to talk, and how to deal and everything else. But like I said, YouTube, the only good thing about YouTube is that you can discuss different things. Hi, Geraldine Pasilan. Same here in my Los Got COVID. Yeah, in Los Got COVID. Yeah. So, anyhow, like I said, this is a very sensitive topic. And I would just like to address to everyone that my discussion for tonight, I'm not advocating vaccine, nor I'm advocating ivermectin. What I'm trying to talk about tonight is the family's personal experience. Because, of course, having, okay, let's start with the vaccine. Having the vaccine is a personal choice. There's so many different kinds of experiences that you heard, but about the vaccine and the reactions and things like that. But then, like I said, it's personal choice to do it or to not do it. But according to our experience, my family's experience, I mean, it's not, I'm not talking about statistics also, because it's not, this is, like I said, all of this is based on the personal experience. And I would just like to share it with you guys to kind of give you some kind of somewhat of and it's not really educated decision, but it's like informative information for you to decide what to do. So most of people that get vaccinated, it doesn't mean that they do not get the virus. Because here, I have friends here in United States that the whole family is fully vaccinated, and guess what? The whole family just tested positive also. Not just tested, but they are also symptomatic. But there is a pros and cons, for not having a vaccine and those who have had vaccine, according to my experience. Okay, not just like um I guess what I'm trying to say, not just like, it's not like what the government says, or things like that. It's just based on my experience here and my family's experience in the Philippines. So in my experience here, the friends that I know that they have COVID and they're positive also, it's bad. But then there's a little bit of kind of like for those that have no or no zero vaccination at all, um, it's bad for them. That makes sense. The symptoms varies also per individual, but also the severity of the symptoms varies on, like, if you have, like I said, if you have a vaccine, if you're fully vaccinated or don't have any vaccination. Because, like, here, and also aside from that, it also depends on if there is comorbidities. That means if you have some underlying health issues. But nevertheless, there's a slight of difference for those people. Four of us in the family got COVID too mild. Well, yes, I'm gonna mention that too. But yeah, there's mild, and there's just like severe. And like, there's every individual is different, and then every the underlying health issues varies also. But I guess what I'm saying is there is pros and cons of not having vaccination or having vaccinated, but it's all up to you guys to decide. So that's just like my take on that. It's all up to you to decide what you want to do. Now, also, like, said earlier, my family, this is the second round that my family had the COVID symptoms, the COVID virus this year, but 4 or 5 months apart. So so the thing is, and none of my family were vaccinated. Also, for the reason that my younger sister, at that time, that the school district are offering a vaccine, my sister was not feeling well. There's something that happens that she was not able to get the vaccine. So anyhow, this time she tested positive. Her two kids tested positive, and then my other sister on the other town has the same. They weren't tested, but of course the symptoms is kind of like mimicking. So there's no telling. I guess what I'm trying to say is there's no telling if what the symptoms they're having was like a residue from what happened 4 months, 5 months ago. So it's kind of like we, being this virus, we don't know exactly what's the long term, how the long term effect of the virus itself. It's still kind of like I said, this is just on on our personal experience. There's a fact on that. Hi Rafael, hello. So yeah, also with you, Let, you said you have four in the family. The thing is, it's hard to we can avoid, I should say, we can prevent, we can be very careful, we can do the best we can to try to protect ourselves, but yet we don't know what the other people is doing. It's nothing like you see them carrying the machete and attacking on you because you can see it. The virus is just like floating in the air. You just don't know. So even though you are fully vaccinated, even though you're trying the best you can, somehow you still, some people, especially during when your immune system is weak, that's when you get you get infected. So that's what happened, I would say, with my family. So it's just sad to say that we have our family member, we have, maybe I should say, we lost my brother-in-law to COVID. And I know we are not the only family that has had that experience. It's just put yourself into other people's situation too. It's just, it happens, and sometimes there is just one of the things that we don't have control. We just don't have control. But then it's there's a lot of things also, even though we don't have control, but we can somewhat prevent it. And then there's a lot of things that you can do. Now, like I said, I have my little cheat sheet here. So I already got that done. I'm not advocating for vaccine, nor I'm not advocating for ivermectin also. But with my family, in our case, when my family, ang pingjin mo din hapod day, Rafalao and Provincia ng Sumbang Mama, hello. So anyway, there are a lot of things that those, just to kind of give a little bit of tips, and that maybe some of you can use it if you are, if you are symptomatic already, or even if you're not symptomatic, even if you're not even tested for, I mean, even if you don't have the COVID, there's a lot of things that we can even start doing by to prepare, like lung exercises. So just to kind of give you another brief idea too, I have a nephew that is medical medtech, medical technology. He's a medtech, and I have a niece. Yoko covenants are a part of a large problem. So I know, like I said, I'm not advocating, guys, to be to it just to make sure I'm not advocating anything, or things like that. I'm just talking as a personal experience, and I am sharing to you guys my personal experience. So anyway, I guess what I'm saying is that there's a lot of things that we can do. I have a nephew that is a Hi, Geraldine. My stepdad. Oh, I am so sorry. I mean, like I said, we know it's. I mean, my nephew is med tech. My niece is an RN also, and she works in the COVID unit in Manila. So, front liner. So anyhow, so there's and the thing is, my niece was saying that she felt so sad because she's helping these patients to recover, but she wasn't able to help uh, the family member. But it's just the things that you just have to kind of make peace with that, because we cannot control over everything. If we can, we would like to. Tyron Jackson, everyone who is vaccinated is vaccine injured, whether it shows up right away or later in life. Doctor, da 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 da. So I know, like I said, I'm not being so technical about it too much, because Tinkerbell, hello Tinkerbell, how are you? So like I said, everyone has their own opinion about vaccine, about the treatment and everything else. I don't want to be so, like I said, this is a sensitive matters, and being sensitive, um, um, we just have to make our own mind, make our own decision. Do not be swayed by whatever you heard, or you have to have you have to make your educated decision to do that. So I'm just sharing what we can do, uh, even without having the COVID. And then, like I said, my niece works at the COVID unit in Manila. So whatever helps, whatever, we keep trying to kind of give tip to family members, friends that we know. Right now, what we can do is we can do a breathing exercises, like you inhale from your nose 3 seconds when you inhale, and then you slowly exhale through your mouth, 10 seconds. You do it 3 times. You know what 10 what 2 minutes in your daytime. You do it 3 or 4 times a day, just to kind of expand our lungs. So we have that, like pretty much like a full lung function. That's what's it's necessary. So there's some scientists and things like that that can make comment and everything, but like I said, I'm not too into scientific thing, because who am I to say that? I am just talking about the family's experience. So with all that said, so my niece also kind of, we're trying to tell everyone, and then especially for those who have symptoms, especially if they're coughing, and then they kind of have difficulty breathing, they might not, it's just kind of like one of those things. So there's some things that we can do also. Like, if you have difficulty breathing now and then you can just, instead of laying on your back, you can lay on your side, or you can even sleep when you sleep in your stomach. As long as you don't sleep in your back or lay on your back, either you can lay on your side and lay in your stomach. That would help. That's kind of like a little factors that we can use to help our lung function. It means a lot. So that's what. And then also one thing, like a tripod. I always say my family members. Hi, Tinkerbell. Good to see you, everyone. Isabel. So anyway, so one of the things also, I say it in Cebuano. I don't know how, what's the word for it in Tagalog, but tuwad, yung parang ganito ba? Okay, how do you do that? Okay, like your head will be on the floor, like this is your head, and then you stick it's like a tripod. I don't know how to put your head on the floor like this, and then you stick your bottom up high on the air. It's kind of like that. Just example, yeah, yeah, just like that. This is your head, and this is your butt, or kind of like behind like this. You do like that, like what, second minutes? I mean, 30 seconds to a minute, depending how you're able to do it. But that helps also to for your lungs to kind of push out, move the air out. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Hi, Wella Bouquet Parelia. How are you? Geraldine. Is that what you call the baby pause? Well, it's kind of more like on the like a fatal possession. So, but things like that, maybe. But that's what really helps also with baby pause. And that's kind of cute. I haven't heard that before. But yeah, it's kind of that would help the air moving from your lungs, and that helps a lot. And I try. My sister has done that, guys, and they can attest. They said that it really helps. So I mean, it's just one. And for that, sleeping on your stomach instead of your back, that's one of the pulmonologist's suggestion to my sister. So everybody, even with the in the medical field, in the healthcare profession, there's so many things that we learn it every day. Hi, Luz Crayman. Uh, Shout out to Sampaloc, Manila. So anyhow, that's one of the things that my family have been doing, and also Vicky Demarin. Hello, hello. It's okay. Oh, thank you. Like I said, it's just um, it's just one of the things that just like what then there's a casualty of war, so there is a casualty of the pandemic also. We don't want that to happen, but it happens. And excuse me, and I was just gonna say that we are living in the days when the Bible's prophecy has been fulfilling. So it's fulfilled in our time, so we can just whatever we can do to help ourselves, we can do that. And speaking also of, like I said, ivermectin, I'm not advocating it, but I'm just saying that my family has used ivermectin even the sense I so even ever before the first round back 5 months ago, when my family has had the virus also, they use ivermectin. And this time my family has been using ivermectin also. So with that said, that is our experience with ivermectin. So everybody has different opinions on that, different take on that. But to me, it's just something that we experience in my family, and it helped them. So those are kind of information that we don't want to withhold. We share. If people have heard of that, and they're it's like, and then like I said, it's personal decision, but I'm just sharing it. So I have that. Okay, it's like I said, it's all personal experience what I'm talking about here when it comes to it's I call it the COVID-19 journey, because this is not the first time it happens. This is the second time, and somehow um, last time there's three of my sister. 5 months ago, three of my sister and their family has it. This time it's two of my sister has it, but the third one is safe. So that's good, for now. But yeah, the thing is, if you have a vaccine, then it will. My sister even said that was she was on the hospital, and this is in the Philippines. She said, I take ivermectin top once. Okay, ivermectin two once a week. Okay, so ivermectin, there is I mean, ivermectin has, in my case, in my family's case, we use the ivermectin as a treatment for the symptoms of the COVID. Now there is another way to use ivermectin as a prophylaxis. So with prophylaxis, that's another whole story, how people take different things, but how to take it. But also I had a new ivermectin dosage update. That was the updated September 21st of this year. So anyhow, like I said, I'm not promoting it, but I'm just saying that it helps in my family, in my experience, it helps. So that's all what I have to say. Now, okay. So, okay, like I said, all of my family that has been had two rounds of the COVID symptoms or the COVID itself, they were not vaccinated at all. So that kind of something also to think about. So let me see. Okay, I was gonna say also, because this, when I said this is a sensitive topic, the reason why it's very sensitive, because especially in United States. Okay, you guys heard me probably, me and Phil, I'm leaving. We have 6 months. I had her in my channel also when I did a 6 months um 6 months live streaming, and then we talk about ivermectin too. So to make that story short, when she was talking about ivermectin, like beginning of last year, when the virus pandemic started, we were talking about ivermectin, and then I was like, being in the healthcare profession, and especially in United States, in America, if it's not if they approve, I mean, I personally just roll my eyes. I mean, because I'm we are in the healthcare professions, even in the Philippines. A lot of healthcare profession also will just roll their eyes about ivermectin. But then when my family had that the first time, the first round 5 months ago, I was thinking, hey, we'll try ivermectin. What do we have to lose? So that's when I started having my family have ivermectin on hand, just in case, because you'll just never know. And I did not even have them. They're kind of expensive, so having it prophylaxis for a whole village, that's a lot. That is a lot. So let me see. So having that for the whole village, it's a lot. But I'm so happy and I'm so glad. Well, I would say, I should say, I should be thankful. Okay, this is what I was. I am so thankful for silent viewers and friends that are really so kind, that um because like I said, I have a big village. So to have ivermectin, because it gets expensive, so I was and I am thankful to, like I said, silent viewers that are friends, and it's almost like might as well a family, that they help me out. They help me and my village out when it comes with the ivermectin cost, because it's a lot, it's expensive, but yet it helps a lot, and I am so ever thankful for them. It's nice to have friends, family, and like a sisters that are so kind. So yeah, I'm just gonna like now I was gonna say also that I would like to thank them by name, but I know that they don't want to do that. I mean, they don't like that, because when you help a friend, you don't want to brag or things like that. I personally have thanked them, and I am thanking them for everything that they have claiming. Okay, so but that they have done and helped me out a lot and my family. And most of all, I would say that, if we thank to friends and people that are helping, it's normal to, I should say, it's normal to thank to whoever was helping to someone, like to the friends that are helping me. I thank them a lot. But most of all, I would say that without our creator, nothing is, no matter how hard we try to find, cure and things like that and treatment, without our creator, we still don't have, we didn't have the blessings and things like that. So I would say I thank God, Jehovah God, to begin with, for all that blessings and health and peace of mind, that even though we are going through all these things, tragedy in life. I don't know, you call it tragedy because it's, everybody's experiencing that. But then just to know that uh, God has not forgotten us, but He gave us peace of mind that we can still go through our daily lives and we can still continue moving or living. But I thank you for everyone of that. And then I thank you also, guys, for like, being there with me, for me also. And I think that's just kind of pretty much. Oh, my sister, um, she is still actually one of my sister is still um, fighting for it. She has double pneumonia, and she is on the second round of antibiotic to get rid of the pneumonia. So this is her second week. Okay, the first week of she has a 1 week of antibiotic, and then she get a chest X-ray, and we did head went pulmonology consult. So she got a chest X-ray, and the pulmonologist gave her another round of antibiotic, which is a little bit stronger than the first one. So that's just how that pneumonia go. And of course, that pneumonia is actually, in many ways, it's called COVID pneumonia. So, she got that pneumonia, of course, from the virus. So she's still, I'm sorry, I'm trying to kind of get comfortable here in my couch. But so, yeah, that's just how it has been. And they are still on quarantine. So in a way, it's kind of good that, I mean, who would like to be quarantined for like almost 1 month? But the thing is that I was telling my sister that the good thing about it is you're still quarantining. At least you were not able to infect any other people, because if you went out, your first 14 days was gone, and then you're out in public and everything else, and you're still positive, then you won't be able to. I mean, you'll be infecting other people, even another family members. So it just worked out good, even though she's still working, still taking the medication and do all the best they can, and with the protocol, the quarantining. Also, I was gonna mention also that when say I have to look at my little note here so that I can address what I want to talk about. Also, what would help also vitamin C, vitamin E, and zinc are like vitamins that are immune booster. So, not only you start taking that when you have the COVID, you can even start taking it now. Paulo, Yahin, good morning. Good morning, good evening, diri sa ako. So anyhow, thank you for coming. So it's better to start now taking vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin E, excuse me, vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. But especially when you have the symptoms, then you can, they call it max dose of vitamin C. You guys, you know that we cannot overdose with vitamin C for the reason that you will spit it out, you'll pee it out, you sweat it out. It will go out of our body. We don't recycle vitamin C. So when you're starting having the symptoms per se, coughing, or anything that you might think that you come down with something, you can double up the doses for vitamin C, and then vitamin D and zinc. That's like the basic. Those are the basic immune booster. So you can start doing it now, and just to kind of keep your immune system going strong. Do breathing exercises, and in it, and of course the PPE, the COVID protocol, especially now, guys. Okay, here's another thing. 5 days ago, I was watching the news, and then they said that there is a new variant that is subbing the Delta. So what's the name of this new virus now? That was actually during the news. They said that 7 states of the United States has few cases already of Delta variant AY dot 4.2. That's a new variant that is now mutating from the Delta variant. So, it's not, as you can tell, guys, it's not going to be getting, we thought it's going to get better, but obviously from the looks of it, it might not be what we think it would be. So we still have to be very careful. I'm still doing mask where I go. I'm still using it. I mean, especially that it's, this is what happening with my family members. I mean, I was even thinking of going home next year, but it kind of changed my perspective now. You just never know. You just never know. But anyhow, that's the reason why I would like to kind of give an idea to everyone. And if you guys heard about ivermectin, you do your research and you do your decision. You have to have an educated decision to either to take or not to take. The same thing with the we experienced Geraldine Pasilan. We experienced it quarantined for a month because and my in-laws got COVID. It's very hard, but still, yeah, exactly. You have to. I mean, not only you want to take care of yourself, but also with other people. You don't want to infect other people because, like what most people would say, they do not even the COVID, they even don't want it to wish upon their enemy. That's how bad is the COVID. So, even though you hate that person or what have you, you cannot wish them to have that because it's just so, the words actually is like, it's just so ugly that the symptoms that is just so ugly. And especially with underlying conditions, if you have some health problems, it really makes it worse. It really makes it worse because, for example, if you are diabetic and then you have the COVID, you have the symptoms, then they try to treat the symptoms. More than likely, they give you steroids. Well, a steroid can increase your blood sugar, so you're gonna be treating two now. You're treating the COVID, and then you'll be treating the high blood sugar also. Hi, Jules Maningis. Good morning. Thank you. Yeah, well, the reason why, thank you for coming, Jules Maningis. And the reason why I'd like to share our journey, my family's journey, is because whatever we can help or whatever tips that we can give, it's either you take it or you don't. It's up to you guys. But to me, it's like sharing a little bit of information. It might help, you know. So I have one of the viewers also that was asking me things earlier, and I said, and I don't want to. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad because that's my purpose of doing it live, because this, things will get worse, and whatever information or little things that I can share, I would like to share. And I'm even sharing it to like friends. I'm a family's friends that we know. It's like, just keep doing it. That's all we can help. If that's all I can help with some other people, I'll be willing to share it. If you take it, good, and if you don't, at least we kind of gave you some idea. So anyhow, there was some viewers that earlier commented, about ivermectin and things like that, and sometimes it's kind of like you have to be careful, especially on the media, YouTube or some other else. You have to kind of watch what you're gonna say. So anyhow, I asked that person to kind of just email me, and then I can answer you from there. But like I said, I am not a doctor, I am not a scientist by any means. I haven't had as I'm not using the YouTube as to kind of promote personal interest or politics, so to speak, or I'm just sharing my experience how anyone can help themselves prevent not getting, if possible, not getting the disease. Like I said, vitamin C, guys, vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc, zinc. So anyhow, and also here's another thing. It's kind of like once your family is into this thing, you hear a lot you hear a lot of suggestions. You hear a lot of this, and oh, by the way, so I know I have that in my list. So I also, aside from Sam, I almost forgot this already. Aside from vitamins and things like that, fruits and vegetables are good also. Like whatever. But here's the thing though. My sister, even though she's so weak, she's tired, but they are kind of trying to get information. Of course, Mr. Google. So anyhow, and then okay, there's certain fruits, even though fruits is good for your body. If you have the symptoms of COVID, then certain fruits are, you're not supposed to eat them also, because certain enzymes, it's not gonna work for you against COVID. So things like that. And then my sister mentions pineapple. I was like, wow, full of vitamin C. It's just, even though vitamin C, pineapple, vitamin C, but there's certain enzymes that is not good for it too. So I said, okay, yeah, I learned something new today. So there's just a lot of things that if you don't share it, you just kind of don't know. It's good for something, but like anything else, anything that is overdone or overused, it's not good for you. So, but on certain things like vitamin C, anything that's not, that your body cannot recycle, that means you can minimize that. No, you can maximize anything that your body will not recycle. Like vitamin D, our body can recycle. But then we need the vitamin D for absorption also. Now, if you're quarantined, you can seldom get out of the house and get the sun. So you really definitely need vitamin D, don't you? So things like that. So our body recycles it, but then it's kind of like needing it for absorption. So vitamin C, our body cannot recycle it, so we can take as much as we can, and we'll be okay, unless your stomach start to get sensitive. So that's pretty much, like I said, fruits, vegetables. And I know, guys, I know this is my niece was saying, and I said we're the same thing too. We're nurses, right? But it's not it's like it's common knowledge, but it's not talked about in the medical healthcare profession. To steam inhalation, guys. Inhalation is really helpful also. And then it's just somehow it opens up. Okay, so I'm reading this too. So somehow it opens up the nasal passages, and that would help. I mean, somehow it just help. Somehow it just help. And even right now, my sister that is taking second round of antibiotic, she's still doing the breathing exercises. She's still doing the steam inhalation. She's pretty much kind of sleep on her stomach most of the time, and she's still using the part of the breathing exercises during the day. Tuwad. What do you call that? Baby pause. That's what. So, but anyhow, things like that. Just anything to keep your lungs going, opening up, full functioning, is that's what it's there for. So, and also, guys, if you have, per se, if you sometimes, depending on how we when we get sick, we know that what's really needed to be done, right? So if anything else, if you know that you have difficulty breathing and things like that, it's always a good idea to contact your doctor. They might get some x-ray or some anything else that can help you with. It's always good to after you're like you do your like home treatment and things like that, and you still have some problems, you have to go see consult your doctor, because that's, they know how they can give you things that you might think that it's not, it's, you think you already done everything, but yeah, the doctor can give us more advices also, because they went to school for that too, and they studied anatomy, and they studied the medicine, and all kind of different kind of antibiotics that would fit for whatever we have. So just like I'm saying with my sister, the second round of antibiotic is a lot stronger than the first one, to just make sure that the pneumonia will clear out, because double pneumonia, guys, it's kind of, it's tough really to have that double pneumonia. So my sister, I think she is tough too. So we just have to be tough, guys, and that's what, just like, we all, as a family, as my village, they all help each other. So, and no matter, your friends, anything, anything and anyone, anyone that, especially like, for example, here I'm talking about, I have a family friend also that they were all four of them in the family, they're all fully vaccinated, and they are all positive, and the father is kind of worse than the rest of them. So knowing what what my family is going through in the Philippines, I check them every day. I just check them I'm sorry, I call them every day. I call the wife every day, see how they've been. If anything, I can help you with anything, because I know that they will do the same thing to me also if I get into that position. So yeah, keep checking on them, anything, just, give some encouragement, a little, say hello, how you been today. It means a lot, especially when you're not feeling well. So, and that's what I'm doing too. Like I'm checking. That's why, guys, I don't feel like I'm able to do vlogs, because, of course, 12 hours difference between here and the Philippines. So when it's nighttime here, it's daytime in the Philippines. And of course, that's when it's actually 13 hours. Yeah, 13 hours. So during the day, that's when there's a lot of things going on, doctor's appointment, things like that. So I'm pretty much like the first, not this week, last week, or the first week. My days, my weeks run together, guys. But anyhow, I get a call like 1 o'clock in the dawn, 12 midnight, 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock. It's kind of things like that, and I have my phone always right here in my hand, because I know that things like that. I need to be there when they need me, or when they text me or message me. And then even if I won't be able to get it right away, somehow my brain just automatic like open, like I I check my phone like every 30 minutes. If I do not hear it when it gives me the notification that day, 30 minutes later, I will check. I am able to check it anyway. So, hi, Mishi Bagalai, how are you? So, yeah, that's what I've been doing with my family. And I'm doing it like I guess this is going on. Yeah, they probably, hi, Sala Domingo. Thank you. Thank you, Sally. So anyway, I have been doing that. I have been checking on them. Like I said, my days are just gonna run together, but I have to do it. I'm here. I cannot help them physically, so I'm just kept checking on them. And like this week, I think my sister kind of got. I'm sure she probably kind of like leave me alone. I need to rest because the minute I see her go online, like on the messenger, I text her right away. How are you doing today? Are you feeling any better today than yesterday? What do you have for breakfast? Do you still have this? I know it's kind of like sometimes it's like annoying, but I meant it well. But sometimes I just back off. But back off sometimes. But They know that I meant well. I'm just kind of like, I guess, paranoid sometimes, but it's, that's how I care, I guess. So, but anyway, and then, like I said, I'm doing that here too with my friends that having that, they have the whole family is in pretty much quarantine as well. So I check on her one day and like I said, do you do this? Oh, do you do this? Do you do this? And finally she says, I gotta go. I need to rest. I felt so embarrassed, guys. But I said, oh, I know. I said, I know. I'm sorry, but I just want to make sure that you do this or you do that. But I'm sure there's a lot of friends giving information, giving advices, and I cannot give any more advices than what my family has been going through or is going through. So so far, like my other sister that is not see, sometimes it's nice to have a big family too. And so because my sister that is sick and in quarantine, he's of course she's not going anywhere. So my other sister that's you know they're free, they're clean, so to speak. uh Thank you. I know, but anyhow, so my other sister, because I have a big family, so my other sister that they're clean, they don't have nothing, so she's the one like fixing breakfast, fixing lunch, like uh most of the food that she fixed actually is like broth. I don't soup. Yeah, like fish soup. Because fish soup with lemongrass and a little bit of ginger, because my sister's stomach, my sick sister, she ended up having a sensitive stomach. I guess it's because she was taking care of her husband while she herself was sick. And then when you're sick, you don't feel like eating, so you don't eat anything. She doesn't feel like eating, but yet she's trying to take medication so that she won't go that bad. So she's taking medication but not having enough food in her stomach. So that's why now she developed a stomach sensitivity. So that also kind of equates for like, okay, how much. Hi, Simply Gly. How are you? So she's kind of trying to make sure that with taking so much vitamin C will not equate into so much acid in the stomach. So by the way, guys, also I've heard that. I mean, I don't know if I maybe we have it here, but I just didn't spend time to look for what kind the ascorbate. Yeah, ascorbate is a lot gentler in the stomach than just the regular vitamin C. So if you guys, I think I've heard that those are expensive too. But if you guys can get that ascorbate, that's a good vitamin C. It's gentle to the stomach. So yeah, just kind of like I said, just make sure that you keep your immune system, boosted and all that. And oh, did I mention also boko juice? That's supposed to be good also, because kind of when I mean, there's a lot of things. Like I said, there's a lot of suggestions and things, and you learn as you go through this. As being asymptomatic. Ayaw ko rin kumain nung may sakit. Yeah, I know. So you're not. So see, let my sister was telling me that. I said, "Wow, that's interesting." But yeah, she said she ended up the pulmonologist doctor ended up giving something for her stomach as well because it's so sensitive. She said, "This is my sister says, like yung maanghang, yung hot. Okay, our family likes the hot stuff. That's my lemongrass. Yeah, and ginger. It's good. But here's the thing. Okay, she said. My sister says she cannot. taste the spicy on her, like, spicy, hot spicy. She cannot taste it because her taste buds, or, lose the taste. But when it goes to her stomach, uh, she can feel the spiciness in her stomach. And and then, so, she cannot stay away with that, with the spicy. Now with the ginger tea, she says ginger tea is so sensitive for her stomach also. So now she cannot quit that. She cannot quit the ginger tea also. But yet, since she is so weak, what I have her, I make sure that she takes, ensure the ensure shake ready to drink. That's high in protein and gentle in the stomach also. So that's kind of like what's kind of supplementing her. Otherwise, if she don't eat, then she get weaker and weaker, and we don't want that. So yeah, she's been doing that, and she's been using also. I have her like a, oatmeal, but the oatmeal will be like, when they make the oatmeal, when they cook the oatmeal, it will be more thinner, so that she can just, like, pretty much half drink it. So it will still kind of get into like warm to the throat and stuff like that. So and let's especially, pagka, when you have a sensitive stomach, you cannot just eat like 3 times a day and eat big meals. No, I told my sister she has to eat between 6 and 8 times a day. Just little things, every just little things and all that. Little meals, little bites, just so that you don't get so, ulcerative colitis. So, but yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of that's why it's always good to kind of consult the doctor, because there's a lot of things that we can overdo, or we can overuse, or we can overtake. Take so much of this and so much of that, because we're thinking that it will help us. It will help us, but but like I said again, too much of one thing is still not good. It's not good either. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, that's my family story update. And after this is done and over with, my sister, I'm hoping that they will be done out of quarantine. Konti-konti lang kain, pero madalas, yes, yes, exactly. Like I said, 7 or 6 or 8 times a day. That's all what you do. And also, having like a solid food to eat, it's not good for your stomach either, if you have that stomach sensitivity. So the first week when she was still weak, my other sister will always fix her with like sospas, like those, loga with chicken broth, loga with, things like that, so that it's gentle for the, digested and stomach. We're taking, yeah, protein, protein C. Oh, that's vitamin C. Yeah, yeah. So anyhow, like for me here, when the COVID first started, I take 4,000 of vitamin C a day. I take 2,000 in the morning and 2,000 in the evening. Hi, Lynn Gispiwi. Hello, hello. Kumusta? Thank you, Luz Crayman. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you guys show up. But anyway, yeah, I was taking 4,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. So and then next week, that's what I do. Like 1 week 4,000 a day. Next week I'll drop it to 2,000, and then I'll go back. I'll go back and forth. But like I said, we cannot overdose vitamin C, and then vitamin D, and then zinc. That's the main thing. I mean, I do take vitamin E also. But yeah, it's just one of the things that anything that will boost our immune system is it's what we need. Also, on top of that, our always do our try to the thing is in here in America, since they are kind of opening up and no mask mandate, not very many people already are using masks. But it's still, to me, like I said, especially after this second round of my family of this of the virus, the COVID, I'm thinking I will not take any chances at all. Although I'm fully vaccinated though, but still, I don't care. I don't see when the virus is coming at me. So I better prepare myself as if like I haven't been vaccinated even though I am. So, it's just one of the things that we need to be very careful. We have to take care of ourselves. So that's pretty much what I can share. Again, guys, breathing exercises every day, even though you weren't sick, just like I do it every day, 3 4 times a day. Breathing exercises, inhale from your nose, like you count it like 1001, 1002, 1000, 1003. That's like 3 seconds breathing in, and then 10 seconds breathing out from your mouth, like slowly, like, and then you go. So like that, it kind of expand your lungs, kind of, I know. I know I'm just kind of silly when it comes to that, but yeah, and then just kind of things that whatever would help us and will help anyone. It's a little bit information, a little bit of tips that maybe that can be useful. There, walang anong tawag nito. You don't lose anything by just doing that. If anything else, you gain more of your lung function by doing breathing exercises. So I think I have um, have said anything I would like to say about you know this. Okay, about the my family's experience with COVID. So like I said, guys, I know I'm not my family are not the only one that are affected with it. Just like Lit Calderon here, she said that her family was has been affected with that too. And I think Let also says that they are fully vaccinated also. But thanks to things again, guys, think that we need to kind of keep in mind that vitamins, that's our to boost our immune system. Fruits, vegetable, always, like this is what happened even with my sister. I always kind of, yeah, exactly, very true, Geraldine. So anyhow, even with my sister that is not, she's not sick, she's helping with my sick sister. I, every day, twice a day, if possible, they do steaming inhalation. What do you lose by doing the steaming inhalation? Nothing. If anything else, it opens your nasal passages and it kills whatever that might be lurking underneath the nose or the throat, things like that. And so, and also, like, this is what I told to my sisters that because the one that's like free and able to do the grocery shopping and things like that, and prescription, go to the pharmacy and get the prescription. um every time they come home, they always go straight to the bathroom, change there before they get in the house. So that's like another precautionary measures that, to prevent from spreading whatever virus they got while they were out in the market or anything like that. So go straight, and then in the beginning I said, because I don't know if they have some, I do not know, listen to this. I don't know if they have some kind of Lysol spray and things like that. So I said, go ahead, pour hot water in your dirty clothes. And then my sister says, oh my, if I cannot wash it right away, it will ruin my clothes. And so her husband says, we're just gonna spray it with Clorox spray. I said, okay, that's even better if you have there. So, they go to the bathroom, change clothes, spray their dirty clothes, and leave it there until it's ready to be washed. So, at least like I said, even though I told them that even though you're not positive, or you just treat yourself as you were, because that's better to treat that way, so that you'll be very careful. Because if you just say, oh, if you think that you don't have nothing, then you're just kind of more reluctant, you become complacent of what to do. So I just tell them that, since you're out and about, you're the one that goes to the store, I don't want you to get sick. So treat yourself as if you are positive, with the exception of not taking medication. It's pretty much part of kind of prevention. It's all about prevention. So and then I even told one of my sister too. I said, if you don't have the Lysol spray or the wipes, you can just mix your Clorox with water 50-50, and you can wipe it around the surfaces, put also put a 50-50 water and Clorox, and then you can just kind of disinfect. You do it 2 or 3 times a day, at least. If you have the virus, if you don't kill all of them, at least you get some of it out by doing some disinfectant. All the surfaces that you can think of that you'll be touching, or anything, just kind of wipe it off with Clorox and water. So, it helps. A little bit helps. It's just a matter of putting a high priority on life, or high value on life. So, if you do that, you can even, I mean, it doesn't mean that you don't get sick, but you probably kind of eliminate most of it. So, anyway, if anybody has some other let me see, tips also that they can share, feel free to share. What do you what you have done, if you had already the symptoms, and if you're experiencing right now, things like that. We can just share so that everybody can have a little bit of information here and there. It doesn't hurt to have just an information. We have to decide for ourselves. We have to decide for ourselves if we want to take that advice or not. At least, it's out there. So, anyway, and like I said, also, like, always steaming inhalation. And if you are sick already and you don't feel like eating, you have to just make yourself eat, even just a little soft diet. I always say soft diet, so that it's not going to be hard on your stomach. And if you're taking, this is what I would do too, that if you are taking antibiotic and you have some sensitive stomach, yogurt, plain yogurt is good also, if you're taking antibiotic. And so when I told my sister that, and of course, I have my other sister bought yogurt for her. And so I mentioned that to her. I said, you should eat at least, because I asked her how many times she eats yogurt. And she said twice a day. I said, you're going to eat 4 times a day. You're taking antibiotic just a little. It kind of coats the your stomach and your intestines, with the yogurt. It will replaces the good bacteria that the antibiotic might kind of kill it, in your intestines, in your stomach. Then the yogurt will replace it. I always do like the plain Greek yogurt. I don't know if there's Greek yogurt in the Philippines, but if you can get a plain Greek yogurt, that's even better. So, that's kind of pretty much one of the things that, to avoid, because it's like rule of thumb. Sometimes, well, most of the times when you're taking antibiotic, some of the uh, reaction is like diarrhea. So, to be able to kind of like antidote for that is take yogurt, plain yogurt. So, anybody has any other tips on what they can do? So, kind of things, just things like that. Just share some information that we can use in our daily life. So, Anyway, I know, guys. So I'm uh, so if you guys have any more questions, or maybe like I said, I will be start for sure. I'll be start doing vlogs again. Hopefully, if I feel like it. But I'm still be here, guys. I will let you know. I'll post some if I won't be able. If I'm not ready to do vlogs yet, then I always do post something to for you guys to know that I'm still here. I'm not just feeling it yet. So, so for now, I guess that's all what I have to say, huh? I was just gonna say that, well, yeah, for that information wise, for the update, my family, of course, are still. So my family actually they have at least 10 more days to go before the quarantine. The second round of quarantine will be finished. So, okay, Geraldine Pasilan, Los Crayman, that's what we're practicing before entering in the house. Yeah, yeah, sanitize everything. Exactly, and leave everything out. That's very good, really. Like I said, treat yourself as if you are negative positive, even though you're not. Thank you so much, Let Calderon. Thank you. Prayers really helps. It's more powerful than most people think that it is, but it is. So anyhow, Let Calderon, Geraldine Pasilan, Los Crayman, Linkus Peewee, let me see, Inday Tisay, Bisaya Koday, and then let me see who else. Simply Glide, thank you guys for coming. Chibag Chibagalay, Sally Domingo, let me see, Jules Manikis, Paulo Yahin, and Vicky Denier, and I think, yeah. No wonder I wasn't able to see you. I know, Vicky. I know. Yeah, Vicky Demirin. So, Awela Bouquet Farelia, Tinker Bell, Tinker Bell's vlog, Tyron Jackson. Let me see. Yoko Yokyu. Wow. Okay, that's her name. Rafa Lau. Uh, Chi Sejol, I think, and then IJ Sabel. Thank you guys, Juvalin Mark Nunez. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate you guys for coming, and shout out to you guys. I really appreciate that you're still there. You're still there. You joined me with the vlogs for today. Shout out for everyone that are still stay here and provincia ng Mama Sumba also, and like still being around and sharing what I was gonna say, supporting me during this time, difficult time also. So I guess it is 9:25 p.m. here, so I'm gonna turn into pumpkin if I will not go to bed at 10. Joke. So, but anyway, yeah, that's just like a brief updates of you guys. So hopefully I will be making vlogs some more, and it's probably my vlogs will probably be more tuned down, huh? So anyhow, silent viewers, my viewers, my silent friends and friend slash might as well my family, because they're so supportive and they help me out a lot. So I will just gonna end the vlog for today, and I thank you so much guys for coming, and I really appreciate for the support, and I really appreciate for all this information, kind of giving us more information back and forth, like what Led says, all the things that I said that my sister is experiencing, she is experiencing too, like sensitive stomach, not able to eat much, things like that. But I bet you my sister is a little worse because she has double pneumonia. I don't know if Let has pneumonia, but every symptoms are different from one to another. But like I said, whatever little that we do for ourselves, we will benefit it for sure. So those are just the things that we can do. Breathing exercises, vitamins, fruits, uh, steam inhalation, anything, any little thing that we can do, we will benefit it in the long run. Hi, Taylor Partosa. Thanks for coming. So, so yeah, thank you, thank you. I wonder if you were able to get a hold of my sister, Taylor Partosa. I gave her, I gave her your number, so I don't know. I don't know if you haven't. If you haven't, I'm gonna check with my sister too. But anyway, thank you for coming, guys, and all the information, all everything that I mentioned or I talk about during this live stream is all based on experience. I shout out sa Subic Bay to Linkus Peewee. Oh. Hi, Tita Haj. How are you? So let me see. Shout out to you, Tita Haj. To take care, Lid Calderon. Oh, Steve Baez, kumusta? Thank you for coming. Shout out to you guys. But yeah, like I said, I'm just talking all the things that I talk about in this live stream is just it's nothing what I say, it's all based on personal experience from my family. So whatever makes you, whatever I always say, you have to make your own decision, whatever you decide to do. But I'm just thank you, let Calderon, you take care too. But you just have to kind of, whatever. Sometimes we know what our body is telling us to do. So, you know, whatever little this is, people do research and make your own informative decision, based on information, based on, because I bet you, every family has different experience dealing with the symptoms of COVID. Che Saigol, I'm always watching Phil. I'm still in America. Who is your friend? That is, yeah, good. I know she's my friend exactly. So, like I said in the beginning, in the beginning, I was just rolling my eyes when she talked about the ivermectin because I haven't heard of it, and it's not mentioned in the medical circle. So it's kind of like but then at least I'm glad also that she mentioned that to me before because when my family started had the COVID symptoms, I thought, what do I have to lose? We'll try it, and it's so far in my family it helps the first time and this second time around. It's just happened that there, like I said, there's always a casualty of the pandemic. My brother-in-law was just happened to be one. I mean, and then it's sad, but what it's just the sting of death. The sting of that is it really hurts. So, but we always kind of learn. We learned a lot. We learned a lot. So yeah, it's just a matter of, like I said, like for example, like I said, when Phil I'm leaving was talking about the ivermectin, I just roll my eyes, but at least it's in my brain, right? So when it happens to my family, I said, okay, let's try it. So this is why I'm doing this live also. Oh, it's yeah, I know. Thank you, B. Thank you, Steve. Steve Okay, I thought it's by Steve. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, it's kind of like at least you get this information. That's why I decided I was gonna wait till later, but I thought why should I wait later if the information that I'll be sharing will be helpful to others? So I just said, okay, I'm just gonna do a quick live streaming and give some tips how my family is doing, how what helps them also with dealing with the symptoms and with the disease and all that good stuff. But like I said, not all good stuff, but you know what I mean, all that breathing treatment, I mean breathing exercises, magtuwad. I was just gonna say, I know this is not kind of, I'm just gonna do it because I know it's kind of hard to just kind of say it. Let me see. I was gonna show what happened. I was gonna just show you guys how paano magtuwad. Listen, I have my two dogs right here. Okay, this is my two dogs. So when I say magtuwad, dai, this is what you need to do. You kind of like put your like this. This is how you do it, like this. So in that way you're kind of your body's like pretty much go like this. That's how you do it. But of course I'm on the sofa, but if you do it on the hard surface, it's better just to do that. Though if you can do that for like a minute at a time, it's better for you. So that's what my sister been doing. She does breathing exercises and she does that too. And I think one someone said that it's like a baby pause. So like pausing like a baby, whatever. But yeah, that's how. And then always, especially if you have the symptoms, coughing, because guys, when you cough, I haven't had that, but my sister says during the day it's fine. No episodes of coughing at all. Yeah, it helps really tailor her pastor. So, but my sister's doing that, but it's at night, especially like around. My sister says 12 midnight to like the early morning dawn. That's when the cough kind of starts so bad, and it causes you to kind of like shortness of breath or hangak. Hingal, yeah, hingal. Worst hingal daw. So, and then so I that's why you have to sleep on your stomach. You cannot sleep like just this. You have to turn over, sleep on your stomach. I had my vaccinations, but the second made me ill. Really. I had a friend. I don't know uh what's the name. Okay, maybe I forgot the name. I had Pfizer. And then my other friend, we have a little conversation too. I have a video that she says she has the Moderna. She says that she had a little kind of chills and fever the first dose. The second dose, she says she felt like she's dying for 24 hours. For 24 hours, she felt so bad. But I mean, I know I'm not saying that maybe it's because of the brand or whatever, I, there you go again, every individual has different reaction. So yes, and she said that's what happened. She said if there is Jassy, that's what my friend, she says, if there is a booster, she says she's not gonna do it if her reaction would be just like, excuse me, the second time, she's not gonna want to have the second dose, excuse me. But like I said, it's now they're doing second dose anymore. I mean the booster also for, actually here in United States, we only have three different kind of brand or kind of vaccine. We have the Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson and Johnson. Now they have all three of these as vaccine already. J&J only one dose. Yes, Janssen, yeah, exactly. But they are doing, even though Johnson and Johnson is only one dose, they actually have approved for it's not FDA approved, like all the vaccines is not really FDA approved, but it's approved for emergency use. J&J is one dose only, but they have boosters now also. So according to the CDC guidelines, or they can get J&J can get a booster at least as early as 2 months after the first dose. That's one for the new vaccine that they're talking about. Because for you guys that just I had Pfizer. Okay, so Steve has Steve B's had Pfizer. I had Pfizer too, and my husband had Pfizer too. He said that the first dose, his arm was kind of a little sore, and then he said that he has kind of just a little bit of chills for 24 hours. I didn't have nothing. That's what I'm saying. I must be like a hardcore, but anyway, it's just I was making it as a joke. I did not have any reaction on the first dose, neither on the second dose. So like I said, every individual has different reactions to whatever um, gets into the vaccine. So yeah. So anyway, so um I did not have any reactions at all. But so far, this is what, of course, this is what they say too, that the booster, it has to be minimum of 6 months after the full you have your second dose. So I'm still debating with the booster. So I'm still debating with the booster. So yeah, I might. Well, this depends. But of course, being in the healthcare profession, it's kind of like mandatory. So we'll just go from there. But for now, yes. And then also here in United States, also they also said that mix and match. For example, if you have Moderna, highlight your daughter got chills from first dose of AstraZeneca. Oh, that's the second dose. It's nothing. That's it. It's really varies. It really varies because like I said, I didn't feel nothing first and second dose. My husband, he said that he felt chills on the first dose, and the second dose a little bit of chills. So the same. My friend, she has the Moderna, and she said that it felt awful the second dose. So, but it's individual. It's like I said, it varies. It sure does varies. So, it just depends on how, I guess, our immune system has something to do with that. So, but then again, like I said, it's individual decision. So that's all what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just kind of giving. Oh, the Juan family. Hi, Juan family in America. Thank you for coming. Uh, yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna, like I said, everybody, Juan family, she says that I hope this video will convince people to get vaccine. Um, yeah, well, it's kind of like I'm not advocating, but there's always pros and cons. Wowie Kariaga, hey, how are you? Hello, hello. So anyhow, I'm not advocating or anything. I'm not a spokesperson for getting vaccine, nor I am advocating for ivermectin. I'm just kind of showing or sharing, I should say. I'm just sharing what could be and couldn't be. Because like I said, for you guys that have not, just come in lately, um, my oh, you know what? The only thing I didn't know for this family of a friend of mine that they're all fully vaccinated, um, but they are really symptomatic, positive COVID. But I do not know what kind of. I mean, it doesn't really matter what kind of vaccine they have gotten. But I guess my point is that even though you're fully vaccinated, it doesn't mean that you won't get the virus. Obviously, the virus is a lot uglier than what we first thought. Otherwise, but like I said, my sister says when she was in the hospital watching taking care of her husband, there are people also in the hospital in my hometown that are fully vaccinated. This is what my sister says. They were fully vaccinated also. They were positive. The only difference between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated ones is that the vaccinated ones doesn't have to have oxygen. Most of the positive patients with symptoms that are in the hospital that uses oxygen are the ones that were not vaccinated. So, that's what she told me. And of course, that's her experience over there while she was in the hospital taking care of her husband. So here, to me, my this is like first-hand experience from my, family friend. They're fully vaccinated too, and then they're testing positive, and then the husband is the one that's kind of a little worse because diabetic, underlying symptoms, not able to kind of, that's kind of like comorbidities also with that. So but so far he hasn't been in an oxygen either. The lowest his such oxygen saturation level falls down to 90. So, and then it comes back up right away. And then, like I told him too, I told his wife that, about my sister's experience, that the pulmonologist told my sister to sleep on the stomach, so that it makes sense. I'm thinking, yeah, it's kind of makes sense because when you're sleeping on your stomach, your chest, you're pushing your lungs, so it's kind of making it work harder. It pumps more. It's gonna open up more, so it makes sense. So yeah, so I was telling my friend of mine here, family friend of mine, I said, please try to do that, try to do that. We would be all vaccinated. We should be all, yeah, I mean, but then again, like I said, it's all personal decision because, you hear stories, you don't hear stories. So it's all personal decision. And that's what even my niece that works at the COVID unit in Manila, she said the same thing. She said, she's into getting vaccinated, everyone of our family, but we cannot force them. So it's the chances that a person would take depending on what the person's decision is. So yeah, it's just kind of one of the things that there is pros and cons, so you just have to decide it for yourself. Right now, all I can say, if you have any symptoms at all, just do breathing treatment. I mean, treatment